Hi, I'm Cherie Krim, candidate for Panama City Beach, City Council, Ward 4. I'm running because I love our city. I have the experience and dedication to make a difference here. I believe our government should listen to and work for its people. I will be focusing on our community, our environment, and I will always be an advocate for transparency. On April 21st, vote for me, Cherie. My name is Cherie Krim, candidate for Panama City Beach, City Council, Ward 4. I approve this advertisement.
Well, hello. Happy Wednesday. I'm so excited to be here with you this evening. And I think you guys see I have a new backdrop. I've been playing around figuring out where was the best place to do things. And I really like this backdrop. The fireplace in my house is quite amazing. So I hope everybody is having an amazing week, because I got to tell you, it is just the holiday spirit. People are happy. I see kindness. It just has been wonderful. I was down in Orlando over the weekend for Leadership Blue, and we'll talk about that a little later, because Leadership Blue was very important. Because you see, we here in the Panhandle of Florida, we believe in community, environment, and transparency. We also don't believe in hate, greed, and fear. And it's time for us to stop working for one side versus the other. This is about us working together, right? And, I want to thank you for the emails that I've been getting and the messages. I'm here to talk. There's going to be a lot going on next year. And I will tell you, it comes down to values and what your values are. And that's, the hard part about politics is the us versus them wanting to win. People really like being winners. They really, really do. And they want to win. So, this is BayCast number 11. 11. I love 11. I love prime numbers, odd numbers. It's just something that's amazing. But this is BayCast number 11, and you guys are here tonight. So, the last time I was on, we were watching a Neil Dunn video, and he talked about an imaginary socialist utopia. And I'm not exactly sure why Republicans want to put it out there that that's what the Democrats want. Because you see, here's the thing. Democrats want people to be healthy, prosperous, and safe. We also want freedom and fairness. See, these are words that maybe, you don't hear, or we are only hearing one side of the story. I just want all of us to talk to each other. And let's not be, I am only in this camp. I am only in this camp. Let's talk about values. And let's talk about being healthy, prosperous, and safe. Now, being healthy, prosperous, and safe with freedom and fairness does not mean overturning Roe versus Wade or creating any type of abortion ban for women. And as it probably shocks no one, Neil Dunn made a video. And so we are going to go, God, Neil Dunn, I don't understand the need to control a woman's body this way. I know they're saying it's for the embryo and the fetus and the baby, but let's be clear. So let's go. And we are going to go. Let me find here. We are going to share my screen. Put you over here. Neil Dunn. All right, everyone. Everyone see Neil Dunn. All right, I'm going to change this off. We'll make it full screen for Neil Dunn. Oh, Neil Dunn. Why?
This week, the Supreme Court is deliberating on the constitutionality of a 2018 Mississippi state law that banned abortion operations after the 15th week of pregnancy. When the Supreme Court decided Roe v. Wade nearly 50 years ago, scientists and doctors knew the babies were considered viable at 28 weeks. With today's advances in medical care, premature babies can reliably survive at 22 weeks and even earlier, meaning the babies are able to survive at least a month and a half earlier than they were when the Supreme Court handed down the ruling in the Roe v. Wade case. We now know that an unborn child has a heartbeat at 5 weeks, and by 15 weeks, they can feel pain. I know there are many sides of this argument, but at the end of the day, this is about a living human being, a human without a voice. I'm grateful to all these people today for being here and being a voice for the voiceless. I'm thankful to them for their presence, and I hope that the Supreme Court agrees with them.
Right? What? You know, I don't know if any of the elected officials, whether it is our congressman or our state or rep here in Florida, I don't believe any of them honestly believe that a woman has a right to choose or that abortion is health care. I truly believe that they want to control women's bodies and tell us what to do with them. I don't believe that they really want to do what's right, because if we did, we'd be worried about all of the children, just not the unborn ones. The unborn ones, people don't want late term abortions. I don't know anybody who is in their third trimester going, I don't want this baby anymore. That's not the way it works. And you see, that's the propaganda, is that we want women to be able to choose to kill a life. No, that's not what it is. It's a woman's right to choose. And we have to really investigate, when is it an embryo versus a fetus versus a baby is when it's born. So science is fun that way. So thank you, Neil Dunn. You have shown us everything. But I got to say, on the other side of things, House Bill or HR 550, Neil Dunn voted along with the Democrats, and apparently there were 80 other Republicans that voted around the tracking of vaccines in the vaccine database. So you should see, just go look on the Facebook page, because boy, they are not happy that Neil Dunn did that. And it's interesting watching us watching politicians eat their own and go after each other, because it's just ridiculous. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's see. December 14th at 4 p.m. at the government building is when George Gaynor and Jay Trumbull will be talking about the legislative session for next year. So if you want to come, I'll be there. You can speak. Everybody gets a chance. That's the awesome part about it. And it is really good to learn about your community, because if you don't go and say something to your elected officials, how do they know? Now, I'm not saying that you must do it in public. You absolutely can email them. But I'm saying being part of the process is very important, and that's where we're not always in there and doing all of those things. So, fun thing. This one's great. I love corruption in our town, how things just go along and then boom, right there. PCB Sports Complex employee arrested for alleged embezzlement. All right, so the beach is the beach has a lot of issues. So the financial manager for the Panama City Beach Sports Complex is facing embezzlement charges after law enforcement says he allegedly stole roughly $37,000. So according to Bay County Sheriff deputies, accounting paperwork discrepancies were noticed by employees at the Convention and Visitors Bureau earlier this month. Deputies said after employees took a closer look at the paperwork, records allegedly showed someone was stealing money from ticket sales. So there you go. Darren Landry of Walden County allegedly stole these funds totaling this. So, that really is, does it surprise you? I mean, let's see. How many places have had this type of corruption? I want to say the Arts Center had somebody embezzling money. We've had lots of little places embezzling money. Why? What is it about this town? Or maybe it's just, this is what our society has come to, that it's easier to embezzle than do the right thing. I really don't believe that, but it's how it goes. So PCB Sports Complex. Gotta love it. Next up, I do want to show, and this is, I really get frustrated when false things are shared because it is easy not to do that. But I'm just going to go ahead and pull it up. So here is your Bay County Republican Party of Florida page back on November 24th. They shared false information. You can see the photo here. You know, San Francisco is a mess when Governor Ron DeSantis is doing a great job when at Speaker Pelosi spends $25 million for a house in Florida and oceanfront one despite climate change, right? It's not real. See why? Fact check. She didn't buy a $25 million mansion. So, how easy is it to fact check something before you send it or send it out? So I think fact checking is important, as well as looking and knowing what you're putting out. It really disappoints me that information is out there, the false information. But as we know, it is at this point, we really would rather make fun of people and bitch and complain than actually do something. So let's talk about something where it's not getting near enough coverage. And this is something where, wow, it affects all of us. Democrats, Republicans, all of us. And that would be the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. And let me just say, when you just go out, simple Google search, I'm not even trying to find anything more than a simple Google search. Here's your top stories. Third accuser, ex-boyfriend, corroborates her account. Accuser testifies Ghislaine told her she had a great body for Epstein. The prosecution is fumbling its case. Of course, they're going to say that right there, right? Are they? The Ghislaine Maxwell trial, photos emerge of socialite with Jeffrey Epstein. Then you got Epstein's house with manager said staff was instructed to see nothing. Cocktail party from hell, highlights from the seventh day. I mean, the things that are out there are just wow. You can keep going and looking, and the most explosive revelation so far. So let's just go there. And this is from the Independent over in the UK. The most explosive revelation so far. And let's be clear here. There's a picture of him with Donald Trump and a picture of him with Bill Clinton. Multiples on both, right? So this trial, it's a complex case, and I apparently cannot get down further into this article to see it because I am not an independent person. I don't have that there. So let's see if we can see. She gave a schoolgirl outfit to one of the victims. Photos emerge of her with see what I can see from the Wall Street Journal here. Merge of her with him, right? So there is no doubt that, yes, they work together. And of course, Wall Street Journal wants me to give them money too, to be able to read the news. But it really is one of these things that, the extravagantness, what happened, how it went down. I mean, massage room inside of his apartment. There's the aerial view of his home on an island, right? I mean, there's so much out there. And how we treat women and girls is indicative of our society. And we believe, or some people believe, that women are disposable or women are property of men. I actually was just listening to a YouTube channel on the way back about how men are really upset that the patriarchy is dying and that women aren't subservient to men. Yeah, this man has almost 1 million subscribers. But it makes a difference. Now, I say us and multiple people here, right? It's not just men. It also is women because she was part of it. Now, how she was manipulated into it, or was she? I don't know that answer. What I know is that people prey on young women, especially poor young women, and they get them in a life where they can have things, but they don't realize what's going on. I mean, this is what happens with human trafficking, right? This is what happens with lots of different things. And these girls were being trafficked. He was using them for sex and taking them across things. And I mean, they were underage. So therefore, they can't consent. Frustrating part of all of this is that, you know, Bill Clinton and Donald Trump, both friends with him. I think there are lots of people over in Europe as well. But it's the thing that everybody knew that he hung out with all of these young women, but they all thought it was cool. And Donald Trump really thought it was cool because he really was just excited that Epstein always had those young women around. So, and I'm sure Bill Clinton was too. Wow. PCB. Low water. So I want to thank Bernie Thompson for getting tips and being amazing over on the beach for certain things that we don't agree on most things, but some things we do agree on. And he got a video of somebody pumping water out of Low Water Lake. And the city said it was GAC, and the GAC says they were contracted. Who knows? It'll be interesting. And the city council meeting's tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So if you want to tune in, you can watch it on Facebook, or you can go live if you want, because, oh boy, they're always fun. It is at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And you know what? You know, speaking of money and embezzlement, how much money and where does Mark Sheldon spend all that TDC money that he gets in his company, right? Where does all of it go? I think us as citizens should have a right to know where all that goes itemized out. Maybe it's out there. I got to find out, because that'll be a fun thing to see what is going on. All right, so let's go see if there's any new candidates. I haven't actually looked since I was down at Leadership Bay over the weekend. So let's go ahead and let's go and see if there are any new candidates. So we're just going to go first to Mark Anderson. Thank you, Mark Anderson. And we're going to go to the current candidates and finances. Reporting group 2022 election. All right. So Mexico Beach, group 4. Mexico Beach, group 5. Panama City Beach, Ward 1. Mark Mead. I don't know if I know Mark Mead. Hello, Mark Mead. He is, I am betting he's over in the complex right there. Wow. Well, thank you, Mark Mead, for running for City Council, Panama City Beach City Council Ward 1. Then we have 2 people that have filed for Springfield mayor, the current mayor, Ralph, and Carl Curdy, and then Jackie Kennington has filed. So that's a new one right there. I think I got to figure out who this, reach out to Mark Mead. I need to find out who he is. So next up, let's go in and we'll share and see what we got over on the other side with the candidate races for the bigger races, the state races. So let's go ahead and view this list right now. Wow, United States Senator. We have quite a few people who have put in their hat. So this weekend, I actually was able to, and I'm looking here, Val Demings. I don't see that Val Demings has her name there yet, but Val Demings is going to be running for senator. So that's fun. And then you've got you have a couple other people there that are going to be running. Then you have over at the United States rep level, Rebecca Jones was down there. Rebecca Jones is going to be running against Matt Gaetz. And if you guys are not aware, she was the COVID whistleblower. And oh my goodness, back to Neil Dunn, we still have the 2 MPAs and the 1 Dem out there that are here in District 2. So let's go down to governor. Holy moly, there's quite a lot of governors in here. So Charlie Chris, I got to meet over the weekend. Nikki Freed. And who else was down there? Annette Tadeo. And she is quite an amazing person as well. And you see there's a lot of other people that put in their hats. This is awesome. A lot of people want to go out and try to be governor. This is awesome. We can do this. All right, Attorney General. We have Jim Lewis and Ashley Moody, who is the incumbent. Jimmy Petronis running for Chief Financial Officer, and I know there's going to be somebody else running for that. Agriculture, you've got Ryan Morales running from the Dem side, and the other 3 Republicans there. Your state attorney, Allison Ferber Miller for the Dem side has been added in. Then let's go to state senator. We still just have George Gaynor right here as our incumbent here in District 2. And then under our state representative, we are here in District 6. And let's see how it's going. Hey, Brian Cloudis, let's see how your campaign finance activity is going. All right. So where's November? It's not there yet. Okay, still not seeing November data from Brian. Let's see, is there any November data when it comes to Griffiths? Does he already have his November data in? Nope. So that's weird. You would think they'd be in by now. But the key is that he has his paperwork in for this, and he has not put in his paperwork to resign or to give up his county commission seat. So when does he have to do that? I guess after the primary? But if you already put in his paperwork, you have to give up your office to run for another one, don't you? Oh, goodness gracious. Frustrating, but it's good that this next year is going to be so exciting because we have some great people, and Leadership Blue was just incredible. And I will tell you right now, everybody wants you to believe that Bay County is moving more red, and that is absolutely incorrect. Bay County is moving more blue, and Bay County went more blue in the 2020 election. And Bay County really, we have a choice. Do we want to be led by hate, fear, and greed, or do we want to be led and create a society and, well, a good Florida where people are healthy, prosperous, and safe, right? With the freedom and the fairness. You know, the hate, fear, and greed, it's time. We don't need this anymore. So I'm going to show you a couple videos because Nikki did an amazing job. And I will tell you, there was not one person that was on the stage that was running for governor who does not have the legalization of marijuana on their platform. So this might be the issue, right? I honestly think marijuana should be a nonpartisan issue, but that is not the way it goes. Somehow it has become, we still have a lot of bad stereotypes around marijuana. And you would think at this point with the medical marijuana that we have here in the state, some of that would have gotten better, but I know making it recreational, it's a little scary. But what would we be able to do with that tax dollars? What would we be able to do for the state of Florida? Because Florida's not number one in the United States in anything, y'all. We've got to go look, and I'm doing a comparison of Florida, Bay County against everyone else in the United States on some key statistics, because I think it's important for us to understand where our leadership has gotten us in the past 20 years, because Bay County, we can be better. And I will tell you, every owner that I've met downtown that is helping revive downtown, they want diversity and inclusion. They want to treat their employees well. They want to treat their customers well. It's about building a community for everyone, not just for some. And that right there, Bay County, that's our choice. Do we want a community that works for everyone, or do we want a community that only works for some? We get to decide, Bay County, and that's the coolest part. So I'm going to play a couple Nikki videos for you, and it's going to be, I hope that they do inspire you, because I know Nikki, being the only elected Democrat right now, has been the voice that she can be. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm first going to play this video, which was the first one when her speech.
It has been 2 straight decades since we have won the most important, consequential office in our state. So let me promise you this. When you nominate me, I will not lose this race. I do not run to lose. I will beat Ron DeSantis. Let me say that so they can hear me. From Tallahassee all the way to Mar-a-Lago, I will beat Ron DeSantis.
You know, Nikki inspires me, and I hope that she inspires you.
Someone will. Aren't you glad there was someone willing to stand up to Ron DeSantis? Let me say that again, and let me hear you. Aren't you glad that a strong, qualified, powerful woman was in Tallahassee to stand up against Ron DeSantis? I am not just speaking to you as your only statewide elected Democrat. I am here to ask you to try something new again. To break a rigged system that is corrupt, that doesn't give a damn about you or the person sitting next to you or anyone or anything but one impeached loser. I'm Nikki Freed, your Commissioner of Agriculture, your only member of the Florida Cabinet, and with your help, your next governor of the state of Florida. Aren't you glad there was...
You know, being there live for most of that, I will tell you, the system is corrupt. I think that's the thing. We're all seeing the corruption, but we don't see that it's coming from the people that we are elected, right? We elected these people, and the corruption, just the lying, the cheating, and the stealing. Why? Every day, still, I get 5 to 6 emails from Donald Trump asking for money. Every day I get 5 to 6 text messages asking for money. I don't get that much from any of the Democrats. Maybe one a day, if that, maybe. But, you know, we can have a better Florida. And I just got to do it again. We have to see her do it one more time because she does such a great job of just amazingness.
Aren't you glad there was someone willing to stand up to Ron DeSantis? Let me say that again, and let me hear you. Aren't you glad that a strong, qualified, powerful woman was in Tallahassee to stand up against Ron DeSantis? I am not just speaking to you as your only statewide elected Democrat. I am here to ask you to try something new again. To break a rigged system that is corrupt, that doesn't give a damn about you or the person sitting next to you or anyone or anything but one impeached loser. I'm Nikki Freed, your Commissioner of Agriculture, your only member of the Florida Cabinet, and with your help, your next governor of the state of Florida.
You know, we can have elected officials that work for all of us. Once we get through this us versus them, and we start working together again. And that is where politics is changing. One side wants it to be more on the authoritative side, and one side really, we want to work with everyone. Being a Democrat is not about, I want to win. I'm not about winning. I'm about helping my community, helping my environment, and giving transparency to what needs it. And that's what you want, Bay County. That's what you say you want. Every survey out there. And we can have great things as the state of Florida, working together, not fighting, not lying, not cheating, and not stealing. Working together to build a better Bay County, working together to build a better Florida, working together to build a better United States, because it isn't a socialist. What was the words that Neil Dunn used? What was it? I have to go back to it. It's not an imaginary socialist utopia. It's us working together. Everyone working together to build a community that is inclusive and works with everyone. So I want to thank you guys for spending time with me. Please keep sending me the emails. There's so much going on. I didn't even go out there and look at all the events because there's just so much going on for the holidays. But shop small, go downtown, go spend money with your local businesses, and go there and eat. And if you haven't been to a newer restaurant that opened, go there. If you haven't been to the history class, go try it. The place is open. I mean, there's so many different places downtown that you can choose from. It's quite amazing. So I'm going to tell you one more episode before the holidays. And it is just something that I believe all of us can be healthy, prosperous, and safe with freedom and fairness. And we can work together. It doesn't have to be us versus them. And that is the key to everything, because kindness is our path forward. And being kind to all, as I'm like, be kind, is right there. It matters. And we can do the right thing and the kind thing. And I'm so excited to be with you, Bay County. So keep on the greatness. And I can't wait to talk to you guys. And I guess about a week and a half now. All right. I will talk to you later. Bye.